Welcome back guys to another Android episode. Here in this application, in today's example, we'll be rolling a dice by making a rolling a dice application. First of all, we need a new activity, an XML file. We'll go to new and select activity and select empty activity, and we'll call this dice activity 1. And we'll make this a launch activity as well and press finish. Next thing, we'll go to our dice XML. Before that, we'll copy all these images of our dices with specific numbers, and we'll copy this from here, from our image folder, and paste it in drawable and press OK. And now the images we just copied for the drawable folder are there right now. Next thing, we'll go to our activity dice XML file and go to split view, and here, without making this a constraint layout, we'll call this a relative layout. And next thing, we'll have an image view. Its width will be wrap content, and its height also will be wrap content. And after that, we'll close it from here, and now we'll give ID for our image view. We'll call this IV. We'll call this ID as IV. And now here we'll have our src place for our image view. The image will be drawable, and we'll select the first dice, which shows number 1, and press enter. OK. Next thing, we'll have a center in parent as true, so that the image will come to the middle of our center of our application. OK. Next thing, we'll have a button. Its width will be match wrap content. Height will be also wrap content, and we'll give this ID as roll dice. And next thing, we'll give this a text. We'll give the text as roll dice, and we'll close this from here. And next thing, we'll have a layout below, and we'll give the IV ID for it, image for it. And next thing, we'll have a center horizontal as true, so the button will go under the image. So this is it for our activity XML file. Let's go back to our dice activity, and let's begin coding. First thing, we'll have a private image view placed. Image will be IV. And next thing, we'll have another private button, and we'll call this roll. And after that, we'll initialize them inside the onCreate method. We say iv equals find view by id r.id.iv. Okay, next thing we'll make role as find view by id r.id.role dice. Okay, now we'll have find a random called random, which will be equal to new random, and here we'll close it from here. Next thing, we'll have a method place for our roll dice button. We'll go inside it and we'll say on click, and we'll give it a method name. We'll call roll this. And next thing, when the error comes, you must press on the orange bulb and say create on click event handler, and we press OK. So the button method has been placed right now. Next thing is we'll have an int random number, which will be equals to random we'll copy this from here and paste it here, and this will be random dot next int, and inside it we'll give 6, and after that we'll say 1. Now we made a random number. Here this random checks for the int values between 6 and adds them to 1 whenever they roll the dice. So that's how the dice will roll over many times in a random order. So this will roll the dice randomly in our application. Next we'll say if random number equals 1, we'll say iv dot set image resource, and we provide our drawable. We'll have r.id.drawable r.drawable dot 1. Next we'll have else if. It will have the same thing as here. We copy this from here and paste it here, and here we'll say 2, and here also we'll say 2. Next thing, we'll copy this else if and paste it here, and here we'll give 3, here also we'll give 3, and here we'll give 4, and here we will give 4, and next thing in here we will give 5, and here also we will give 5, and finally in the final else if we'll give 6, and we'll have our drawable 6 image place inside the else if. Alright, now till here we have made a rolling dice application where when we randomly click on a button, the image view changes according to the number we provide for our dice to roll. That's what we did here. So This is our application that we built so far, and let's run this inside our phone and check the output. Now here what we see is our application that we built so far. There's a dice image place here. When we roll the dice, it will change and change randomly. No value will be the same, but it will have random choices for our dice. So that's how we built a dice application in Android. So I made this application for you to understand about how to involve with image views and buttons, and to show you how to give methods which place choices for our application. So here we can roll our dice anytime and it will randomly change and change and change. So it won't be the same, and it will be random in many instances. So this is the app that we built so far, and I hope you understood everything of how to build this application inside your Android machine, and to look at it from your phone that you use to develop your Android application. So today's lesson is this, and I'll see you in another lesson because today's lesson is over. Until then, I hope to see you after another day. Until then, goodbye guys, and please take care.